Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Rachel Scott, physical therapist and primary author on our recent cross-sectional study titled Comparing Two Methods of Measuring Chronotropic Response to Exercise. Chronotropic response to exercise, or CRE, reflects how the heart rate changes or increases in response to physical activity, and it is a key marker of cardiovascular health. Clinically, CRE is used to assess cardiorespiratory fitness and to identify potential cardiac dysfunctions. However, there is not a universally accepted method for measuring CRE. In this study, we set out to compare two common methods. The first method, heart rate, work rate slope, looks at how much the heart rate increases as work rate increases. The second method is percent change in heart rate, work rate slope. This reflects how the slope changes across two different stages of exercise. We recruited 33 participants who met our inclusion criteria. Each participant completed a two-staged graded exercise protocol. Heart rate and work rate data were collected at 3 points: at rest, at the end of stage 1, and at the end of stage 2. For heart rate, work rate, slope, we calculated the linear increase in heart rate relative to the work rate across both stages. For percent change in heart rate, work rate, slope, we calculated how much that slope changed from stage 1 to stage 2. The correlation between two measures was statistically significant but relatively low, with a Spearman-Rho coefficient of 0.388 and a p-value of 0.01. Additionally, the 95% limits of agreement between the two methods ranged from negative 2.29 to 2.29 z-scores. The wide range indicates substantial disagreement between these two measurements. The key takeaway is that these two methods, heart rate, work rate, slope, and percent change in heart rate, work rate, slope, are not interchangeable. They may be measuring different physiological constructs altogether. For instance, heart rate, work rate, slope might reflect overall cardiorespiratory fitness. In contrast, percent change in that slope might be more sensitive to the presence of coronary artery disease or other cardiovascular limitations. Because of this low correlation and poor agreement, clinicians should be cautious and avoid using these two methods interchangeably when assessing patients or making treatment decisions. Our findings underscore the need for a standardized, validated approach to measuring chronotropic response to exercise. Until such a standard exists, differences in methodology could lead to inconsistent clinical interpretations. Thank you for your time.